Hey there, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of OCDtv, the video show brought to you by the Obsessive Comics Disorder website and blog. This is the video show that gives you all the things, that talks about a little bit of all the different things that I'm geeky about. And who am I? My name's Chris Renshaw. I am your host. And in this show, we talk about things, action figures, gadgets, and then, of course, that C in there, comics and comic books. And one of the things I've been really looking forward to talking to you guys about, I've had a big stack of trades from Wizard World Philadelphia, the last Comic-Con I went to, and I've been getting through them all. And one of the ones I've been really excited to talk to you guys about is this one, Kingdom Come. It's by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. Published in 1996, so over 10 years ago. And many people, one of the reasons I've been looking forward to reading this book so much, and I was so excited to talk to you guys about it, is that this is a book that you hear people talk about. This is one of those, a lot of people, if they make the top 10 or 20 comics that everyone has to read, typically you'll find this book on there at some point. And it's very impactful. That it's a separate story. I will say that up front. It's kind of an independent story. So if you don't know anything about DC Comics, this is a good thing you can read because you only have to be casually familiar with some of the characters for you to understand what's going on. And the reason I say it's impactful is because a lot of times nowadays when you hear people talking about storylines and they're talking about how things are looking, you know, sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, it sounds like, the premise sounds like Kingdom Come. Or, for instance, Tim Drake's current costume, the Red Robin, is based off of the Robin costume that's in this book. So I was very excited to read this, and those were nice surprises for me as I was reading this. And Mark Waid, Mark Waid's been doing awesome stuff right now. His books over at Boom Studios, Irredeemable and Incorruptible, are just doing awesome jobs. They're just they're top selling books all the time. They're really good, and I definitely recommend you go read those. But this is a really awesome book. I enjoyed this book a lot. I'll just go ahead and say that up front. The first thing you kind of see is with this edition, there's this nice big fold out, of this really awesome work, which goes to show a little bit of Alex Ross's artwork, and that's I was kind of wait, but I guess I can go ahead and touch on that. Alex Ross is I haven't read too much of his work, but I'm really impressed. Or I haven't seen too much of his work, I guess would be a better way of saying it. His style is just so much different than a lot of comics that you see out today. A lot of the artists. And you think it might be just limited to the cover, whatever, but no, if you look through all this stuff, it's just this nice kind of glossy, I don't even know exactly how to describe it. You just see this story, and it doesn't feel like you're reading a comic book. It feels like you're reading, let's see, what would be the proper way? It takes you back. It doesn't make you feel like you're reading a comic book. It makes you feel like you're reading like mythology. That would be like, it's like this is our version of the Greek Iliad or the Odyssey, you know. It's just a classic tale is what you make it think of, and just what could happen if what happens in the future. And the basis of the book is that, okay, we had all these superheroes fighting each other, blah blah blah. What happens 30 years from now when we see like the next generation of superheroes and the current generation, like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, they're starting to age a little bit, so their views are changing a little bit, and there's, you know, this new young hip starting group of superheroes that don't really have the moral background as some of the other heroes, so they're just kind of in it just for the fighting. And you see that, you know, things have really gotten out of control, and Superman and Batman and all the various people have to figure out in their various different ways what are they going to do to solve this problem of all these newer superheroes that don't have the dedication and the morality of some of the heroes of old. So it's a very awesome book. I very highly recommend it. retails for about $18, which there's a lot in here for $18. Like, this book could easily be, I could easily see them charging like $25 for this, and it's very awesome read. I would give it like 5 out of 5 stars, because you don't really know what's coming. It doesn't really follow any of the current trends, and it would be almost 5 out of 5 stars. That's the deal. Is either one of these people alone, Mark Waid's writing in this book is worth 5 out of 5 stars and be worth buying this book, and Alex Ross's artwork would be worth paying that much money for. I mean, it's seeing stuff like this that makes me appreciate artwork so much, because you can just look and you're like, man, how does somebody do this? So I may have to look. I'm gonna have to look and see what else Alex Ross has done to see if this kind of art style carries over, because I love this and I know you guys will love it too. So pick it up. It's Kingdom Come. It's by DC Comics. You will definitely like it. So agree with me, disagree with me, post below in the comments and let me know what you guys think, and if I'm just, you know, off my rocker or anything, or if you agree with me and you think this is true and everyone needs to be reading this. So anyways, if you've got any other suggestions, comments, anything I can do and improve these videos, you can either leave them in the comments below, or you can email them to me at ocdcast@gmail.com. It's ocdcast@gmail.com. The website for this and all the other great content that I'm coming up with is ocdcast.com. There you can find the podcasts that I do, such as Comics for the Everyday Reader, which is the Obsessive Comics Disorder podcast. I do a show about talking about the movies and TV shows that geeks love. That's called Relative Dimensions, and other great stuff. So if you're into comics, action figures, gadgets, all that good stuff, toys, stay tuned. Visit ocdcast.com. Subscribe to this channel for a bunch of video content that I'm going to come up with in the next couple weeks. Really looking forward to getting all that good stuff. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.